Yay! We did it. You don't want that? I have to look at the chat.
You look at the chat.
That's why I'm on this side of the
These
screen.
people have pitchforks.
Oh my god. Just look at that the entire time if you want to.
Right.
Does that make you feel better? I'm looking at this screen. And I can totally see you now. Can it see us? I don't see it. Is it going? Is it live?
I don't know.
Refresh.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Yay, there is people. Hello. It is working.
This is all we have. We have the one fan.
The one person. The one fan. They're amazing. Oh, hi. Hi. Oh, goodness. There they go. So is it over for real?
It is over for real.
It's over for real.
Goodbye, guys. Good stream.
Hey, guys. Hey, everybody in chat. How you guys doing? Wow. There's a good amount of you.
So what's up, everybody? Welcome to my Fortnite stream.
Oh, no.
Today we're going to be playing Fortnite. We're going to get some. We're going to get some of those crates.
Oh, no.
We're going to get those
You have
loot
to get
boxes.
your parents' credit card numbers with the back 3 digits.
So, let me go ahead and introduce myself. If you guys don't know, I'm Chris Patrick. I'm the creator of the Bedfellows. This here is my live-in roommate, Lexi.
Hi, guys. How you doing?
She's been helping with the show for a while. And then Travis, Fatigue, who has done absolutely nothing this entire time.
Hello.
And we're just...
I've done absolutely nothing to help with this
At
show.
all. Nothing. He's
Completely riding on the coattails of Sheen here and taking all the credits.
Yep.
You can't get by on your good looks forever.
Just watch him.
And we're just going to chat a little bit about... I'm being forced to do this against my will. I have a gun to my head.
It's true. He does.
And
Several.
please send
Several.
help.
Send help.
Send help, please.
So,
So I'm going to just kind of chat with you guys a little bit about, I guess, how we got here. It's been a long run, and it's been an adventure. I was actually thinking of doing like kind of a mockumentary on myself, but we're just going to do a live stream for now, and then we'll maybe I'll get to it later. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, we'll chat a little bit about what I've done and how we got here, where we're going now. Well, where I'm going now, because I'm not taking any of you people with me.
fuck off. I'm driving.
Yeah, then we'll just kind of open it up to questions, and then I'm gonna delete everybody, ban everybody from the channel because you're not welcome here anymore.
All right, so I guess we're going to just have a little thing of topics here real quick that we're going to go over.
So we chatted a little bit earlier about some things that we could talk about, because it's really the story of the Bedfellows is really long. I mean, it started out as sort of a joke between me and Fatigue. We were working on another show called The Panhandlers, and it was absolutely not going anywhere. It was not funny, and everybody hated it. And then I was obsessing over it. So I'm kind of obsessive when it comes to like creating characters and stuff like that. I care about like who they are, what they do, and it has to be very specifically like the way I want it to be. And Travis was telling me, well, Fatigue was telling me, you're obsessing over it too much. You need to do something different. So we whipped up Sheen and Fatigue in a day. We just doodled them, and then we made, I think it was just a little sketch comic strip. I don't remember what it was. And
The t-shirt one with the
yes, the t-shirt one. We did the t-shirt one, and it was extremely well received on Fur Affinity, which I was not expecting. So then we followed it up with was it the puppets, the Dick Puppets comic script? I think that was the next one we did.
Yes.
And it was like, I guess it went viral. That was in 2010, I think, when that happened. And, or was that 2010? 2009? And it was something that I was not used to experiencing, but like everything.
What, when the first animated episode?
No,
came
that
out?
wasn't the first animated was in 2012, but the dick kissing
puppets,
thing,
yeah,
the dick puppet thing, that like blew up on Fur Affinity, and then everybody was passing it around on all these other social media channels, and I was like, holy shit. So I started creating a backstory for the characters. I gave the show an official name, and then went from there. And it was about 2012 when I started the animated series, and I think the rest is kind of history at this, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. I guess we can touch on, the inconsistency for the series itself.
Wow. We're just going to go straight to the inconsistencies.
Pretty much what's on the first of the bill.
Why I don't keep up with my shit?
I guess if you want to do that, or if you want to explain, like, what the series was going to be and bits before you start jumping on the inconsistency.
So
I'll explain bits, but you can explain the first part for
Sure.
Bedfellows.
Okay, so I guess, how do I even start with this? So I was a huge fan back in the early 2000s of really stupid comedy like Aqua Teen Hunger Force and C-Lab and all that early Adult Swim stuff. And when I saw that stuff, I wanted to, well, of course, the old Simpsons too, and I wanted to make like my own series. I've always wanted to make my own series. And that was kind of like what I was really feverishly obsessing over, was trying to create this universe that, you know, was really specific and had all these like rules and everything, but then at the same time I broke my own rules. So what was the question? I think I went off.
You were just explaining about where the series came from in general, and you know, what inspired it and why that original series ended.
Why the original?
Yeah, the original Bedfellows, the one that you were doing.
It didn't
from
really
the channel.
end. It just rolled into this. What I do remember is when we started doing the animated series, we wanted to do it like really raunchy, and first of all, YouTube wasn't cool with that at the time. Even then, YouTube was run by Puritans, but we wanted to kind of blur the lines of whether they were in a like gay relationship or not. But we dicked around with Fatigue's gender, and I know you all are gonna lose your mind over this, but when we
that's
it
all
first
anybody
started
is
off,
saying in the
Yep.
chat is Fatigue's gender as usual.
It started out as a joke,
What
but
gender is Fatigue?
listen, so it started out as a joke, just the whole gender thing, but people got so mad over it that I was like, I have to keep doing this. This is too funny not to keep doing. So it became a running joke, I guess. So that's kind of how that happened.
And then Bits was more of like
I'm a little far ahead.
I'm not trying to. I thought you stopped
What?
just now.
What?
Are you still explaining? I'm
No,
sorry.
I'm done. Don't we have a lot to talk about
Yeah,
besides Bits? Because Bits is like kind of the end where things...
sure. Okay, are you going to talk about the inconsistency
Okay, let's
now?
talk about the inconsistency.
Okay, inconsistency.
So I'm a piece of shit who can't... listen, I gotta pay the bills. Okay? I gotta pay the bills. I got things... I got a house to pay for. I'm an old fucking man, okay? Well, anyway...
So Lex is the Dom. Yes. Yes,
off.
I am.
Fuck off. Anyway... Whoa, okay,
Fatigue drove away. Fatigue, come back.
So,
Some dude rode a motorcycle, probably.
yeah.
Lovely. Go ahead.
So yeah, what was I talking about?
Inconsistency.
I have the memory of a goldfish. So
He does.
We were talking about the inconsistencies.
right. So the
Yes.
inconsistencies. It's really a long story. I guess the point in which I became really inconsistent was around 2015 when the Patreon started up, and so just to give you guys a little like understanding of my life up until like from 2012 up until 2015. I had a full-time job at a marketing agency, and I was working, 40 hours, coming home, working on Bedfellows from like 5 or 6 o'clock all the way till 1 in the morning, going to bed, getting up and doing it again, and then working the entire weekends. I was pretty much a recluse in my house, like working on this stuff, but I was so passionate about like making the Bedfellows into something, and it's pretty nuts because, and I don't like. I want to be clear. I don't want to turn this into like a sappy stream and whatnot, but like it was like it's just been kind of rough goings. I think for raunchy humor and like suggestive and anything like that. Like that's the kind of humor I love. I love like suggestive humor and like kind of not so much it's offensive, it's funny, it's more like the reaction of people who hear the joke is what actually makes me laugh. And maybe I don't know if that's the wrong way to approach it, but anyway, working crazy hours up to 2015, and so I was given the opportunity to sort of work from home as a creative, doing some freelance on the side while I worked on the Bedfellows, and I was like, this is a great opportunity. And I was going to be working, I don't want to name who, but it's like a pretty prominent, it's like a kids merchandise thing that was really prominent. But so I did that for about a month, and it was a nightmare. I was treated so fucking bad. And that was, I won't go into the details of it, but anybody who's looking to get into animation, I really don't recommend it. Anyone who's looking to get into like creative stuff, have a backup plan. I don't want to get too, because it gets pretty intense, but like there's a lot of disrespect for creatives, and so yeah, that began the adventure of me not creating Bedfellows because I was so busy dealing with all the nonsense and the bullshit of being a creative and working as a freelancer for all these studios and stuff that it was basically like, come in, do your job, get the fuck out, and I'd have to like constantly follow up to try and get paychecks. It was, oh, you're an intern, you're not invited to things, you're not invited to like outings and stuff like that, and it was like complete disrespect. It was insanity. So I did that for 3 years, and it was about 2016 that I decided to start working on the game, and so I kind of just vanished off the face of the earth. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not the type of person who gets on in front of a bunch of people, and this is really tough for me to do, but so I just kind of went into my little hidey hole and made the game and then released it, and nobody knew about it. Nobody knew what it was about. And the biggest lesson I learned from that is that video games isn't, when you make games or when you put games out there, I don't think making games are as important as the marketing for video games, because once you get done with a video game, you gotta like constantly be out there marketing it, and it has to be appealing to everybody. It can't just be appealing to one like fan base or demographic, which was a huge lesson that I learned. So the game didn't do all that great. I was having a tough time with the marketing stuff. So yeah, I know I'm bouncing all over the place, but basically 2015 started the Patreon, had a really shitty time with all these companies, so I had to step away, and I had to be like, you know what, I can't work on the show. I have to like try and get a source of income for myself, because like, I was paying the bills and everything. And this is like this is when we were in Dallas still.
And just to interject here, we struggled a lot with YouTube's revenue service at this time. This was when the whole like demonetization thing was really starting to take off. Like 99% our episode would last like maybe 5-10 minutes before it was immediately demonetized. So we were pretty much depending 100% on Patreon stuff, like after a couple of months, once we had to open it up to Patreon stuff.
What's the
Because
question?
YouTube was just not doing us any favors, monetary wise.
Yeah. Thanks for all the respect, guys. I appreciate it.
Sorry, I'm trying to answer questions as fast as I can. You guys are talking faster than I can type.
Shut the hell up, Chad.
I'm so
you want to fucking
sorry.
fight me? We'll go out back.
I'm just trying my best.
Yes, we love you all for sure.
We do.
Yeah,
we love
seriously.
you guys so much.
Like, yeah, again, I hate getting on here. I want to get on here and tell you guys what's going on, and sort of answer some questions, because I know that I've disappeared randomly and just stopped working on, whatever I'm working on, and it's not always, I mean, sometimes it's been my fault, but it's never been my fault. I've never been at fault for this, but yeah, seriously though, it's been my fault, and but sometimes life gets in the way, and you got to take care of whatever clickety clacks are being click clacked.
Sorry. I wish you didn't have such a shitty keyboard. Alright, cool. That's nice. Do that again. Okay. Well, what else?
What do we got? What other things are we touching on? I don't know if I even answered anybody's questions, to be honest.
Not yet. We're answering questions towards the end. We're just trying to touch on everything that we can, and I'm trying to type to whoever is in there. Sorry about the click clacks. The microphone is literally laying on its side.
Press G
like
to
a
gas.
half-eaten banana just staying here.
Press G to gas.
No, don't. I'm trying to work.
So
Okay.
Also, at this point right now, I think we both still have very much full-time jobs. I mean, I work at the studio, and Sheen is working at his company that I don't think he's allowed to talk about right now.
Nope. Yeah, no. So I'm in a good.
We have full-time jobs.
We're in really good
we
shape.
Come home.
We're not like in bad shape or anything. So don't you worry about us, guys. We'll be good.
We're gonna be fine.
We're gonna be fine. But
I think
the show is not fine. It's fucking dead. It's fucking gone, and this is your fault. Shut up, Fatigue. I saw that one.
Yeah, I saw that.
So what else are we gonna clickety clack?
There's let's see, reasons for quitting the series, experience in the industry, and hate for the industry.
Oh my god, fuck the industry, dude.
There you go.
Fuck these fucking people.
I found
dude.
something for him to talk about.
Don't even get me fucking started.
There he goes.
If any of you motherfuckers are in a degree program to become an artist, reconsider. Consider getting a job somewhere else. Or having a backup plan.
Take it with a grain of salt.
No, don't you?
And I love it. I am loving every moment of it. So just don't listen to him completely.
I think it just depends. It really is a 50-50.
I lucked out.
I think it's a locational thing, and I think because where I was originally versus where I am now, the people, the culture, it's way different. So maybe it's a locational thing. So yeah, fuck this industry.
In America.
I want to make a series based on
Canada's
the Bedfellows
cool,
called Zero's Life about a rock band. I mean, do you? You want to animate a series and it's inspired by the Fellows? Go ahead, man. Nobody's stopping you.
Hey, Chad, have you checked out Rodfellows?
Oh yeah, I remember them. Jesus.
I fucking love that series. It's so great. I think there's a delay, so...
Yeah, please talk about... No, we'll do that later.
No, we're not talking about that.
Are we going to get more bits?
No, it's over.
No. Okay, let me actually explain on that one. So, bits was actually an old scrapped idea that Chris had... actually, before the original Bedfellows series ended, he had an idea of doing a little mini-series, but unfortunately it got scrapped while Frenzy was being produced, and then after Frenzy, nothing really came out from Back in the Sack. So about a year after, or maybe 2 years after, I brought up the idea of trying to bring Bedfellows back by doing bits. And I was just like, we'll try and bring bits back, but he said we have to put it in a way that it would be easier to do, because regular episodes of the Bedfellows, even if it's just a 5-minute episode or more, takes about a month and some change or more to do. And that's not including scripting, doing all the backgrounds, rigging, the animation, the voice acting. Like, it takes a really long time just to do one episodes, which is why the upload schedule was never entirely consistent. And Bits was created to make that a little easier. The unfortunate part is the new style, which was the comic dub, which I put a vote poll for, and everybody said that was probably better cost effective wise, still was extremely time consuming. Just doing one of the Bits episodes that we were doing still took about maybe 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah. If it was a long one.
It's really fucking time consuming.
It's still time consuming just to do it.
I would say every episode probably takes, let's see, probably about 160 hours to make.
Like, roughly.
Like, that's the amount of work that, and that's like, when I was doing the Patreon thing, like,
go ahead, Zero, you can do it in the style of Bits as you want. It's a little easier to do. So
just to give you guys a little, like, understanding about the Patreon thing, like, I had the opportunity to make money with Patreon, and it was like great, yeah, I've got a Patreon now, I can bring on some other people to help me, and all my money was going to Patreon, and I couldn't pay my bill. Or all my Patreon money was going to paying everybody that helped with the show. And that's one thing that I've always tried to do, not to try and make myself sound like I'm a badass, but I just, I don't want to fall into that category of not paying people, because there was a lot of people whenever I was first starting in this industry trying to get free work out of me, and I do not want to do that to people. So I pay people, which unfortunately fucked me. So I'll never do that again. Nobody's getting paid ever again.
Nobody's getting paid ever again. I don't remember being paid for doing Bits. Where's my check? But yeah, so unfortunately, originally it was going to be that Chris would teach me how to make the series, and then soon as we finished 4 episodes together, it would go directly on me to do it. Unfortunately, we don't have the time for me to sit down and learn all of this as fast as the episodes should be coming out. And
plus, it's just we don't have a lot of time to work on this shit anymore,
which is unfortunate.
Yep.
Because I was really, really gun ho for doing it. It was strictly going to be under.
Listen, we're not
new management.
We're not babies. We're not in high school living in our parents' basement. We gotta make money now.
I know, but I felt really bad because Bits was literally a pet project of mine that I really wanted to do for you guys, because I knew you guys were waiting for more stuff, and I was like, well, even if it's not fully animated, even if I can't make it exactly as what they're used to, I still wanted to give content to everybody. So I had, the official Bedfellows blog made on Tumblr. I know, oh my god, Tumblr. But I had it on there, and I drew all responses to people that would send in questions. I did comics, Sean Chiplock, our VA, he did some, voice answers for people. I did have it living, or at least backpedaling for a while.
I gotta step in for a second. I see a lot of people saying, sell it to this company, sell it to that company.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody wants this fucking show.
It's true.
You have to.
I personally sent a DM to Netflix, and then
nobody wants this fucking show.
We sent it to Adult Swim. We sent it to Comedy Central.
This show is untouchable.
We've literally sent it to those people, and none have wanted it. Even what?
They'd rather have Big Mouth.
They'd rather have Big Mouth, and freaking Frederator also didn't want it. Nobody wanted it.
Let me clear some stuff up, because I think people need to know this. There's a lot of politics that goes on with the whole trying to sell a show to a place. I know that for a while there, Oni and Psychic Pebbles were trying to sell a show to I think Fox, maybe even other places, to try and get the what was it? What was the fucking show? I forgot.
Appaloosa?
Huh? Appaloosa? The somebody will know.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. So they're trying to sell a show, and they briefly touched on the politics, but they weren't really allowed to talk about it too much because they were under the contract stuff. So I can tell you for a fact, there's a lot of fucking politics that goes on with that shit. It is hard to get a show greenlit.
Hellbenders.
And the only Hellbenders, right?
Yep.
And it's like it's not like the best doesn't win when it comes to that stuff. It's who you know. It's the leverage you have you can pull. So I don't have that leverage. I don't know a lot of people in the industry. I just make what I like. That's it. Next question.
I think we did have some kind of thing with Frederates that they were interested, but then they never responded.
The owner totally wasn't.
So I chatted with Fred, and that was for something else. But Fred wasn't too interested. So also. I lost my train of thought. Next question. Let's talk. Let's
Tried Comedy Central. Did you send to Comedy Central?
Is Comedy Central still a thing?
They've been a little more lenient with what they accept, but they seem to be leaning a lot towards live action more than animation these days.
I just realized that AWOO is the reverse of WoW.
Yeah, technically.
That's so funny. Sorry, I just kind of jumped in.
I don't know if we've sent to Comedy Central, but for those who are asking about Mondo, yes, Bedfellows was with Mondo for a while, and then the contract ended.
No. So the thing with Mondo was supposed to be, and I have no ill will towards Mondo, because I would say out of all the MCNs out there, they were probably one of the best. They really tried their best to get me out there and all that stuff, but their goal was to promote the show. Their goal was to try and get everybody into the Bedfellows so that they would make money and I would make money. Mm-hmm. However, you can't force people to like things that they don't want to like. Mondo's fan base were, I think, a lot younger, and I think they were very into the shows that were currently available, which was like Dick Figures and Happy Tree Friends.
Dick Figures was huge back then.
So it's not that Mondo didn't try to promote the Bedfellows and get us to be something. It was that their fan base just wasn't into us, and so that's how it goes. I mean, that you can't force people to like a show. Just because you market it doesn't mean it's going to become successful.
I saw one question asking what I did in the team. Is I helped on the scripts, I did all the backgrounds, I did the props, I did some of those story ideas and scripts and stuff like that. So yeah, half of the thing. No animation though, I'm not that talented.
Right.
Keys.
Yeah. No furry rights, I agree. Furries are disgusting.
Love is the show. It's great just having it existed. We appreciate that. Like, literally everybody that's been very supportive of this series went through its ups and downs. Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, thanks for putting up with my bullshit.
Listen here, I don't think Rooster Teeth is also interested in this either. They've got a lot of animated series on their plate already.
Hey, it's not that I can't... Look, also, I want to make it clear that it's not that we don't have a place, because... we can still upload to YouTube all we want. We're just not going to get monetized. We're not going to get promoted because YouTube actively blocks things that aren't family friendly for all the babs. And we could upload to like other sites, and that's fine. But this is more than just that. This is also like I worked on this show so long, and I just need to do something else, honestly. If I'm going to put it bluntly. I worked on this thing all evenings and worked a full-time job too, and it just took up like all of my life. And I didn't ever want to say I'm done with it, because I always wanted to leave the option open that I could come back to it if I needed to. But I tried working on the show today and tried to do another bits, and I was just like, I can't keep doing this.
I couldn't get him to do it, guys. I'm sorry.
It's not possible.
I really tried.
My heart's not in it. I need to move on to other projects, which I have and will talk about soon. So calm down. Stop screaming racist, homophobic, transphobic jargon in the chat. You racist.
Everybody's just being a dick. It's the fan base. I love this show ever since the first video came out.
I appreciate it. Y'all are so nice. No, seriously, I really appreciate all the love you guys.
Everybody's saying sell it to Pornhub.
I mean, if they'll buy it, I'm
yeah,
down.
I mean, if they will,
Look,
sure, but...
Look, it ain't worth much. You could, it's $50. I'll sell it.
Does this mean Bedfellows is going to be public domain? How does that work?
Okay, so the Bedfellows has always been kind of public domain. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the Rodfellows, but they pretty much fucking ripped off Bedfellows.
They did.
But it's fucking hilarious how they did it. It's actually like, it's almost like anti-humor, and I lose my mind watching it. It's so funny. But, yeah, like, people have made, like, a ton of YouTube poops about the Bedfellows. People have made their own characters. I love that stuff. I love when people, like... I mean, honestly...
The fan art alone has been amazing.
Yeah.
It's, like, kind of an honor to me when people do that stuff. And so, I'm never going to chase... Like, if someone wants to, like, make their own Bedfellows show, I'm not going to chase them down and
Hell
say...
no.
Hey, fucker, give me my... Well, maybe if you make, like, $1 million, I'm going to be like, where's my fucking cut of the...
Where's my cut of the check?
But,
I don't know.
They start... Okay, I want to answer this question.
Yeah, what's up?
So, yes, they did start out as personas. They were... We never really expected them to go anywhere. They just blew up overnight. And so we were like, yeah, let's just roll with it. So we honestly never even planned to make a series. We just made it for fun. And then it just blew up. And we were like, well, shit, let's take it further. And let's do something with it. So, anyway, next question. Next question.
Sorry, I'm trying to read them. They're just going so fast.
I think you can time it so that they can only type something.
Or we can just start banning people we don't agree with.
At least the Bedfellows will live through the fan base and the fan art. That's very true. Is getting a culture and arts degree really that bad?
Yes! Yes, it is. Have a backup plan. Listen, people.
Yeah, you need to have a backup plan.
If you're
Not
in
even
arts,
gonna lie.
I swear to God, and I wish this is... If I could... I gotta leave a legacy, and that. Okay, stop laughing.
This frustrates him to no end.
It does.
If you guys learn anything from my fucking situation, if you were getting an arts degree or any kind of like English or liberal arts or whatever the fuck you get, have a backup plan. It is a nightmare out there. It has been. I mean, it's just. The kind of shit the hoops you gotta jump through.
It's true.
To like get people to like you is unbelievable.
Just to fucking hire you,
and you can
have a whole nother story.
Have a fucking amazing portfolio with all these like high brands and shit in your portfolio. Nobody gives a fuck. Are you gonna fucking jump through the hoops they want you to jump through? It's they
just want to know if you're a yes man.
Yeah,
if you're going to do exactly what they tell you with no questions, without any feeling that you have a creative liberty of anything.
Yeah, and I know that like other industries out there do this too. This is not the only industry, but I mean, dude, I can't tell you how many times, how many of my friends are stuck working. We'll get serious here. They'll work $35,000 a year for 90-hour weeks, and then as soon as the project's over, they're gone. I can't tell you how many times that's happened. It's fucking bullshit. It's
happened to you.
Infuriating. Of course it happened to me. It happens to everybody who gets in this fucking industry.
And you've done a lot of cool stuff.
People get hired from below from you.
It's true.
Yeah. I've gotten the swoops.
Swoop to swoops.
I got swooped on pretty bad.
Swoop to swoops.
But you can combat it by just not putting up with it. If there were more artists out there, here's the problem, and I could go on forever about this shit. You artists out there who are working at these big companies, grow a goddamn spine. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a room full of people where I'm like, they're like, well, hey, you just need to work late. And I'm like, no, fuck this shit. And they're like, and everybody around me is like, no, dude, keep it down. You're going to get us in trouble. And I'm like, fuck off, man. We got to say something. We got to do something about this bullshit. And nobody, like, everybody's so wrapped up in keeping their jobs that they don't, like, think about the shit that they're going to have to fucking do. And it's infuriating. Grow a goddamn spine. But, like, how many of these people in the chat are actually, like, working in the industry? I don't know.
You never know.
Yeah. Well, hey, if you work in the industry, fucking grow a spine, man. Jesus Christ.
Somebody asked if you would be interested in releasing the episodes, I guess, along with bits and the 3D episodes also as a DVD.
Yeah, sure.
For people to have. We're also thinking of doing, it's been suggested on the Tumblr and the Facebook page, about doing an art book for all the styles that Bedfellows has gone through and all the art from the show and stuff. And, I mean, art book sounds really cool, and the DVD I'm sure is doable, so... There's that. Yay!
Yeah, money. More ways of making money. But
it's weird how you post a comment before you type. I'm sorry. I'm trying real hard. I'd so go for a DVD, and I'd buy the art book. Yay! That's good to know.
We're thinking about throwing up a store and just doing, like, one last hurrah. But here's the thing, like, as for the series itself, like, my heart's not in it as much as it used to be. Like, I've had the special leave my body, and I'm trying to be political nice about that. But, like, I don't have the time to spend insane amounts of work on creating, like, very, very short and demonetized videos. I mean, it's fucking demonetized right out of the gate, and I can't do it for fun anymore. I have to move on to bigger things and bigger projects.
Yeah.
And I will.
Yes, we have a Discord. I don't know how long it will be standing, though. Yeah. I have a feeling. Okay, so...
You're all getting banned.
It's not that. Because the series itself is just complete. It's ended. It's not doing anymore. I don't know if I'm going to keep the Facebook fan page open. I don't know if I'm going to keep the Discord up. I don't know if I'm going to keep the Ask blog, comic blog up either. I think I'll give it a week before I decide whether I'm deleting those things or shutting them down completely.
No, we're not deleting the channel.
No, the channel will still be up.
Staying.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, every fucking video is demonetized. So
yeah, none of it's making money.
And
so.
If any of you guys are seeing ads on any of my videos, like, fucking tell me. This is bullshit. Because I hear rumors, and I don't know if this is true, that YouTube still puts ads but doesn't give you the money for it.
Can't make a goodbye episode. I'm really sorry, Satan. Please don't burn me. We can't make a goodbye episode. This is literally the goodbye. I'm real sorry.
Right, goodbye, everybody. Stream's
so
over. Click.
Sorry. This is the goodbye. There is no finale. There is no final episode. We'll pay you. Like, I'm sorry. Tumblr died when porn was banned. I agree.
I agree with that.
I absolutely agree with that. How dare they?
Why the fuck is everybody hating on porn?
Hey, this guy Zach says that he sees ads on the videos all the time.
What the fuck?
I don't know. Anytime I turn on
fucking banned.
Every time I turn on Bedfellows to look at for episodes for references, I don't get any ads.
YouTube?
They're not paying you anything. You haven't received a check from YouTube in forever.
I'm gonna be going over to fucking YouTube's door and knocking it down. Where the fuck is my money?
Excuse me, YouTube. Where the fuck?
I may or may not have a program that negates advertisements like content on my end.
Fatigue the hacker. I knew it all along. Let's see what else.
Everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna like get a little bit emotional.
Oh no. Should I leave?
Everybody's asking, is fatigue a boy or a girl? My answer is, does it matter? Isn't that the fucking point? It doesn't matter.
Literally,
my question is, why does it matter so much that?
Why does it matter whether or not?
What does it matter to you people? Like, what will that change?
What does that
change to you, regardless of the gender?
I think it's a boner question.
It really is. You want to be justified in your fap, and I get that.
Justified.
You have a boner for fatigue.
Yeah, look. You think the jackalope is hot. Done.
Good.
Just live with that. It doesn't matter.
That's a well-justified fab.
You guys are like, but we want the truth. No, you don't. You don't want to cry. You don't want to be upset. You don't want to be like, no, I thought it was this.
Sweet closure.
Yeah, that's all you want is that closure, and we're not giving it to you. So
fatigue is a
too bad.
A tentacle monster.
Yeah.
He's a jackalope. Fatigue is a jackalope.
Yeah, fatigue is fatigue. That's literally it. That's a joke. Fatigue is a fatigue.
So what else we got? What other questions?
Let's see. We got anger and social issues not prevalent anymore. Grown out of what the bedfellow was supposed to say.
Talked about that.
Doing it for free for too long. bills and age.
Yeah, I'm old.
Yeah, I'm old.
I'm old.
Hey, could you add more links of your content to other resources?
No, you can.
I can try and get links somewhere. I mean, if you like go on the Twitter and stuff, the links are all over there. I can't really put them all right now. It's too much click-clacking.
Again, I want to say the channel's not going away. There's just probably not going to. You're probably not going to see any more stuff on it, and I'm probably will post like little update videos every once in a while.
Is Sheen gay?
Am I working on something?
Yes.
Excuse me.
Is Sheen gay? Yes,
ma'am.
Sheen is the gayest.
No, ma'am.
Can I draw porn of fatigue? Yeah, go ahead. And then send it to us. We want to see it.
I highly encourage porn and post it all over YouTube.
Yeah, spread that wealth. Everybody wants to see it. Could you remove the sexual content? Companies won't want to put ads on it. No, because then that defeats the purpose of the series.
Yeah, that's the whole fucking point of this show.
That wouldn't make any sense
without the sexual content. That's the infuriating part.
This is what artists have to do too, is they have to keep cutting corners on something that they actually want to produce because people don't want to monetize it.
I will not be censored.
It sucks. So no. Wait, Chris, you gonna return to regular furry art at any point?
I think I'm done. So I think with me outgrowing the Bedfellows, I think I've also kind of outgrown furry a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He's moving away from the fur fandom, I think.
I'm starting to adventure out into. I'm realizing that I can go out to places and not have a fursona and not fucking feel like that I have to survive. Like I feel like I'm a big grown boy now. I'm all grown up.
Thank you, Bahamas. We love you too. Y'all make a merch store. Yeah, we will have a merch store because we still
like Furry Chris.
It's brony time. Please, somebody carry on my anger.
I want you to see my new character, Sparkle Clap.
Sparkle Clap. What was it that I was going to say? Yeah, we're going to have a merch store up and eventually where we'll sell the rest of the Sheen and Fatigue plushie heads.
Like fucking 500.
We have tons of plushie heads still. We have laminated hard copy comic strips that we can have them signed if you guys want.
I saw for a second. I'm sorry, I'm jumping in.
No worry. Go ahead.
I saw somebody talking about like what exactly by hoops did I mean?
There it is. Going back to the degree thing, what did you mean by hoops? Is it like elements or merit or something? Like how progressive one is? Just curious. If so, how would the merit even be measured?
My answer is yes. You have to be very careful what you say. You have, and for someone like me, I can't keep my mouth shut. I say, I don't know if you've already gathered this from me, but I have a problem like controlling what I say. And it's a problem. It's a medical condition that I need to get cured, but I can't. I just say whatever's on my mind, and you have to be very, very careful what you say, and you have to be careful who you're friends with. Mm-hmm. You have to be careful, like even if you're being sarcastic, which is my biggest problem. Is I love being sarcastic, and I don't really have any issues with anyone specifically. I'm making this about me now, but I don't have any problems with anybody. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care what side you're on. If you're, I don't even want to get into it, but I really just don't give a shit. But I like to make fun of things to lighten the mood. When things get too political, when things get too serious, I like to make jokes. And I feel like a lot of times those types of jokes get misinterpreted as serious, and you have to be very careful what you do. That's all I'm going to say. I already did a face reveal, dude. What the fuck? Didn't you download that video?
They want to see your fat face.
Oh my god.
They do. They want to see your fat fluffy face. Oh my goodness.
Listen, I love Cheetos. Anyway.
Do you watch Mr. Medicare?
I am a fan, yes.
Yee.
I'll say that.
Just tuned in. Was going to ask.
Are we in the question version of this thing?
Some of it. You kind of jumping everywhere, so I didn't think we had a log of where we were going. Now you want to complain?
We're just sort of all over the place.
Right. I've loved your animations for the longest time and will miss ya. Have fun and profit wherever you go. I don't care what you do creatively, but please have at least one unfiltered creative output.
Should I tell them about the future of...
Yeah, we have future projects that we can talk about, so go ahead.
So, for you guys, if you aren't already aware, I am working on a show called Cat Ghost. It is on YouTube. It's very small. It's given me the opportunity to try and do things more intense, like work-wise intense, like more creative. So here's the thing: when I work on animation, I feel like I've already kind of done the most I can do in animation. I've already I've learned how to do it. I can do it. It's just a job to me at this point. But I need to be challenged, and I like doing new things. So Cat Ghost has given me the outlet to do very new stuff, like creative stuff. Like I get to work with animation and video games, and yeah. So that's what I'm currently working on. If you want to do a search on YouTube for Cat Ghost, then that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm producing. So that's probably where you're going to see a lot more updates for the next year. And then after that, you'll probably see more updates from that down the road. But it's sporadic because, again, we have a lot of shit going on, and we're all very busy people. Mm-hmm. And so we do what we can whenever we have time. So yeah, Cat Ghost. I don't have a link. I guess you could post a link if you want.
I will.
You do a search on YouTube for Cat Ghost, it's right there.
It's like the first one to come up. You'll know what,
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like Cat Ghost.
Thank you. Cat Ghost is our baby.
What's a cat ghost?
What's a cat ghost?
I don't know what a cat ghost is.
Cat Ghost is amazing. For future projects, have you considered less censored platforms like Vimeo and Newgrounds?
So here's the thing.
Yes, Almost Pandas. It's the same series that he did a video on. Yes.
So whatever I do, and this is gonna sound really shitty, and you know what? I don't fucking care. Whatever I do, I gotta make money. Like I don't have a lot of free time, and I don't have everything I do. I got a lot of shit going on, and I have to focus on that. And then my free time is I have very little of it, so I have to be very careful of the free time I get. So I can't just do a project because it's fun anymore. I have to have a goal. I have to have some sort of monetization plan. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I could not be big grown-up businessman. I wish I could be fun time kid Sheen forever, but I can't. I have to look at my future. I have to I have to look at my investments. I have to do my Roth IRA and focus on my goals and dreams for my long-term portfolio. And my glasses are falling down. But yeah,
I'm offended. I wear glasses.
So yeah, I try to do the Patreon thing again. For those of you who have just come in recently, I am not as passionate about the Bedfellows, so I'm also me starting up the Patreon again. It's kind of that's kind of fucking rude for all the people who I've had the Patreon going, and I only charge per episode because the episodes were so sporadic. And I know a lot of people on Patreon who charge monthly, even though they only release something every 3 years, and I don't like that. I don't want to be that person. I'm not looking for free support. I'm not trying to sound like whatever the word is, I don't know, somebody who fucking is dramatic or whatever, but I want to earn whatever I do, but I also don't want to get ripped off, if that makes sense. I don't want to produce something and not get anything out of it. So if I made a Patreon again, I feel like I'd be sending a message to a lot of people who were a part of the Patreon originally that I'll just come and go whenever I please, and I think that's kind of a rude message. Plus, I'm not super. I feel like Bedfellows is something I've been on it for what, since I think the first time I ever drew Sheen and Fatigue was in 2007. That was 10 years ago. Yeah, 11 years ago. That was a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
I'm old now, man. I have to wear fucking dentures and shit. So, yeah. Anyway, do we have another question? I guess we're opening it up. Can you draw
hold on.
Sheena fatigue porn? Yes, go for it.
I mean, yeah, draw whatever, dude.
Absolutely, I
We
can.
encourage.
We
that.
really do, and draw all the fan art. We
Please.
love it for either show, for Bedfellows, for Bits, for Cat Ghost. We love it.
I love.
We love it. We
porn.
look at all of it. We love it.
Porn is amazing.
We love it. Will you guys continue to animate anything once Cat Ghost ends?
So we have another project after Cat Ghost, and we're thinking about it. It's not set in stone, but maybe. So.
Hey, if I make small comic strips, will you voice act? I'm down.
Talk to Sean. Wait,
And
what
Sean's
comic strips
good
or what?
too. Yeah, for either or any. I mean, you have to ask Sean if you want him to do it.
So can I tell the Cat Ghost porn story?
Oh my God, no! I don't. I don't
I
ever
can't
want to
tell that
relive it. I don't ever want to relive it ever.
So somebody, I'm gonna tell it.
Go ahead.
Someone drew Cat Ghost porn, and I stumbled across it, and that I am not squeamish at all. Like, it takes a lot. I'm like old early internet days. Like my stomach is cast iron, but that was the first time I actually had to fucking step away from the computer.
A bit of my soul left that day.
Question my life. Like, this is horrible.
I kind of just sat there and was just like, man, what decisions have I made in my life that made it come to this? This is awful.
But here's another thing about Bedfellows. I didn't want to run something into the ground. Like, that was kind of one of my biggest fears for Bedfellows, was to actually get picked up by some network, and it take off, and like all of a sudden I can't walk away from it. I think Travis told me that that South Park is actively trying to get canceled because they don't want to work on it anymore. I don't know if that's true or not, but like that right there is one of my biggest fears. I don't want to create
You
like
don't want to turn into the Simpsons. Basically.
Exactly. I don't want to make a monster. I want to know when I can walk away from it and do something new. And yeah, I just I mean I know for a fact that I'm done. I actually knew for a while that I was done. I just didn't want to commit to being done. Like, I was like basically in a bad relationship and just kind of going along with it and being like, oh yeah, everything's great, Ray, yeah, everything's wonderful, I love you too, let's have sex. But then it was really shitty sex and whatnot. So,
well, at the beginning we both agreed that we would never become the Simpsons, and we would never be the Jim Davis photo of him in the bathtub full of coffee.
we gotta find that picture.
Those were our borders. Those were the rules.
So yeah, there's a picture of Jim Davis laying in a bathtub of Garfield's, if you guys can find it. It's fucking brilliant, and I love it, and it pretty much wraps up exactly how I feel about Garfield. But yeah, what else? Anything else?
Let's see. Oh, you were going to talk about what happened with the Frenzy game.
Oh, well, what do I talk about? Do
Let's
I talk about
see,
how it flopped immensely?
Money from the game, making the game, and why it didn't work.
Okay, so the game didn't work because I think I already talked about this, but I know a lot of you just came in. So Frenzy didn't work because I'm stupid and I don't know a lot about video game marketing, but apparently video game marketing is much more important than the actual development of a video game. I basically went into my little cave and made this game over about a year and a half, and I didn't realize that once it was over I had to go out there and market it. But then, you know, the way the game was received as well was also like, everyone thought it was like a fan game of you know, the Bedfellows, or it was like I don't know, like it was like someone called it, this made me laugh, they called it like a someone taking their personas and making a game out of it, which is, I mean, I guess it was, but that wasn't my goals. But yeah, like it wasn't really super well received, and that's okay because it makes sense why it isn't. Also, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I just like the costs of making the game over like a year's time. I just like within a year and a half I broke even of the sales of the game, and you know,
I may or may not be financially secure at this very point.
The game was nothing more than a cool idea, but the price was just holy fuck at the beginning. Nothing personal, but it was just a Rampage clone. Nothing personal, but it wasn't really that good.
What? How dare you? How dare you?
Man, there was a ton of you.
You fucking...
Oh, man, meh.
Ban him.
Man.
Ban him.
Oh, man. Wow.
Listen, look, again,
wow.
when I made the Bedfellows, like, you're absolutely right. You have no reason to say it's not personal. You're absolutely right. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I know nothing about, like, I wanted to make a game. That's all I wanted. I'm not a businessman. I don't know what people want. And I also don't like getting up in front of people and saying, like, how much would you guys pay for this? Because the problem is people will say $50 or $10 or $1. It's all over the place. It doesn't actually help. So, I mean, the truth is I suck at business. I've sucked at business since I've made this series. And that's why you're getting inconsistencies. If I was a better businessman and I, like, handle my money better and I treated this series like a business and not like a shit post, then I think this would have been a little bit more successful. So if you guys want to be pissed off at why the Bedfellows is dead, you can absolutely blame Travis, because he is he fucked this whole thing up.
Damn you, Fatigue! Damn you!
I personally invested $1,000 US into
You
that.
did not.
I worked for free. You still owe me $500.
We all worked for free, technically.
We all worked free, so fuck you, and I'll see you tonight.
Okay, so pretty much a thing about Frenzy. Frenzy was literally based off of an episode of the Bedfellows that was playing a parody game based off of Rampage. The reason that
Where the fuck did I think that this would make money?
like, the reason that it looks like that and plays like that is that it was based off of a parody from the episode. That's why it looked like that. But it had everything else that was different. No, seriously, I don't know what the price was, but if I remember right, it was $15.
It was $15.
Kick me if I was wrong, but $15 for just an old arcade clone. Sorry, but maybe you should lower.
It's already lowered.
I mean, it's already lowered.
Look, you don't have to keep going. It's probably still, like, too high a price. I mean, I understand that, but look, like, I think I made it clear. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know price ranges. I don't know what people should pay. I just thought what I thought it was worth, and that was a mistake on my part, and I'm willing to admit that I was wrong. Mm-hmm. But fuck you for giving me bad advice, you fucker.
Hold on. There was a question here.
What?
Is the girl talking the girl from the train episode? No, it's not. I didn't voice Annette in the train episode. I did not. I just do voices in Cat Ghost.
That was Haley Mancini.
Haley did Annette. That's her.
Haley does a lot of voices. So she was she's a regular at Mondo, and I think she voices a lot of the... Sorry, well, not a lot, but one of the girls in Dick Figures, in the female Dick Figures.
I think it was Pink.
But she's a fucking fantastic voice actress.
She's great.
And she just... so I hit her up, like, well, what happened was I needed just a character, and this was way back. I don't remember which episode I asked for help on, but I needed a female voice, and Mondo sent me to her. And she was like, I love the series. I want to do a voice for you. And I was like, great. So she ended up doing a ton of voices for the show. And she was awesome. I mean, super nice girl. Really talented.
I think she was on a dating episode as well, if I'm not mistaken.
She might have been. There was also, I brought a couple of fans reached out to me, and they were pretty talented as well. So I brought them on.
So who voices Elon? That would be me. What's Sheen's gender? Asshole.
All right, guys, you made it fucking clear. $15 was too much for a Rampage clone. We get it. God damn it.
It's done. It's over. You guys made it super clear. You didn't want the video game. It's gone. Who voice acts Sheen and Fatigue? That would be Sean Chiplock. You'll probably know him currently from him voicing the Deku Tree and Rivali in Breath of the Wild. Ravioli. Yeah, so he voices the... Are you guys looking for voice actors? Currently, no. We're good for right now. Sheen's gender. Sheen's a cat dog thing, right? That's a gender. People are shit posting at you now. Don't let it get to you.
It's
Oh, we
not
know.
getting to me.
We know. We love you
We
guys.
actually encourage it. We love it.
I loved Frenzy. I even have my Steam key card. That we're glad that you liked Frenzy. We really are.
Thank you for your pity.
Can you do a demo of Elon, please? I don't know what you mean by demo, but I guess this is what they're asking for.
annoying.
Sheen didn't wear a bikini at the beach. How dare you? How dare you not make Sheen wear a bikini?
No, that was fatigue.
What? Fatigue's the one that wear the bikini. It does it better. What was it? Fatigue's an attack helicopter. You hear that, Fatigue? You're an attack helicopter.
Sweet.
Let's see. Will y'all do streams?
I hate doing streams, to be honest with you.
So Chris doesn't exactly like talking in front of people.
This is the most miserable experience for me right now.
He's extremely nervous.
Non-social.
He's very non-social, and he's
So-
got stage fright.
So
really
also,
bad.
I'm a fucking animator. Like, my job literally is me sitting in a room and making little fucking digital puppets move. Why would I want to be in front of people? Like, I specifically got into animation so I wouldn't have to deal with you bastards.
You bastards! ravioli, give me the formioli.
What's that, Travis?
I said you give them what they want and tell them to go away once you're done.
That's
Pretty much.
much what I do.
That's literally it.
I pop up, and then if I see my own shadow, animations explode out of me, and then I go back into my hole for the next year.
Please re-upload Shooting the Bull.
So, okay, yeah, I can talk about Shooting the Bull. Shooting the Bull was black fucking listed hard, and it was demonetized like crazy. I don't
Make
know.
one Bill Cosby joke.
One fucking Bill Cosby joke,
Cosby
and the
joke.
whole fucking show imploded. But no, like, so here's the thing. I'm not sure if it was because we were using clips from other stuff, or we were like memeing on stuff. But apparently, like, YouTube was just not happy about Shooting the Bull. When I went to, like, I had stepped away from it for a while, and when I came back to it, it was like a fucking Fallout wasteland. It was like all fucking red check marks, and it was like we're sorry, but it seems that so your channel is inappropriate and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh my god,
Everything flagged, everything blocked.
I pretty much just unlisted everything and was like, well, I mean, I'm never gonna get anything out of this, so I mean, maybe I should have left it up for you guys, but I didn't think it was anything special, to be honest with you.
We even had plans for like coming back after for so long, like skeletons and the bird's nest and everything like that.
Yeah, we were gonna do some cool stuff, but YouTube, like, you know, everyone's already fucking talked about how fucking terrible YouTube is, and all I'm gonna do is just confirm that they're right. That's it. If you want to hear people bitch about YouTube, go listen to Imp Lemon, but I can guarantee you that YouTube is just, it's not a good place to post if you're looking to like build a platform, unless you want to build little toy channels.
Button, and it's just pushing it like a fucking dial tone.
Dude, YouTube is now their subtitle voice recognition is really good now, and if you say anything wrong in the voice without any sort of like muffle or overlay or bleeping, they'll pick up on words that you're saying in the video and will demonetize you based on that. So it's a bad time to be creating anything original.
Maybe we just need to go to the suicide forest. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Let's just go there, camp out for a couple of days.
I know YouTube's a big fan of the suicide forest, and so am I.
There was another question. I saw it too. Oh, actually, I typed it here. Oh, somebody wanted you to do Gideon's voice. Well, they said try to do Gideon's voice.
I already did.
There you go.
Hello, it's me, Gideon. And you're stupid. I'm funny.
Gideon, what the fuck? This is why we don't invite you anywhere. Can we please get a console version of Frenzy? No. Sorry,
No,
it will
I
be
can't afford
strictly
that.
on Steam, and to the person
About
who...
the price of it.
Yeah, you guys are going to be like, $15 for a console game? That's too much! But y'all would pay, like, what, $30 to something for a Spyro game that only has one of the games on it, and the rest is downloadable?
Hey, whoa, hang on. A lot of people are asking who Gideon is. So if you guys want to know what I'm currently working on, because I'm not working on the Bedfellows as much, but I am
At all, actually.
No, I'm not working on the Bedfellows at all, but I am working on a new series. Go search Cat Ghost on YouTube and smash that fucking subscribe button for some sweet Fortnite videos and some Amazon gift card giveaways.
That was probably the most cringe-inducing thing I've ever heard. Say just a bit of curiosity. Was Sheen ever a drunk driver?
I think Sheen drives better when he's drunk.
It's like real life.
Yeah. Well, hey, well, you need to keep that.
I'm just kidding.
Hold on.
What was else? No, we can't put it on the console. It's just not gonna happen. Yes, the game is still gonna be available on Steam. It's up there pretty much forever. Are you gonna do comics? I did for a while on the Tumblr blog. I don't think I'm gonna do that anymore. I will keep whatever is up there. If any of us feel like drawing something BF related, it'll probably pop up on one of our Twitters, but it won't be anywhere like significant.
Yeah, look, I'm still gonna keep the Twitter, and I'm still gonna I might post stuff every now and again. But to be honest with you, I'm barely on the internet anymore.
I still post Bedfellows stuff.
Yeah. Fatigue definitely does.
Go subscribe to the Fatigue channel.
Yeah, if you want, Fatigue's Twitter's it's at Onigrift, isn't it?
No.
No? Which one is it?
At Fatiguelope.
Oh, yeah, at Fatiguelope. Go there. I'll type it in the thing, but go there. Can you guys do Fatigue or Sheen's voice? No. As I explained before, you might be coming in a little late, but our voice actor for Sheen and Fatigue is Sean Chiplock. It isn't any of us. We're just the people that do the drawsies and the lip flappies.
No, we tried to do their voices in the first episode.
We did the episodes.
Yeah,
so bad.
Fatigue and Chris did the voice for what was it? 10 minutes. Yeah, give him 10 minutes.
Just give them 10 minutes. Right.
That was their voices.
So it's funny. That was probably the most fun thing out of the Bedfellows that I got, was how upset people got by Fatigue's gender. And we had done the first episode where Fatigue had like jerked off into a bucket, and so like everyone was like, see, he jerked off in a bucket, that means he's a guy, won't you fucking listen to me? And I'm just like, Jesus, calm down.
At Fatigue.
I sent the link already, but
okay.
I think there.
Yeah.
There you go. Right underneath it.
What else? I saw something here. It isn't BF related. It's more CG. People have pondered. What is the method of animation used for Cat Ghost? They weren't sure if it's 3D rigged. I've seen a lot of people question about how Cat Ghost is actually animated.
After Effects rigs. That's it.
Yeah, it's After Effects rigs.
That's all you're getting.
Nothing else. We're not telling you anything else. What happened with Mondo? Contract just didn't work out. There you go.
Well, no, I mean, I'll tell it again really quick.
Yep.
Basically, Mondo did their best, but you can't force people to love something that isn't, like, it's just, you gotta go, like, people are gonna fucking love Fortnite. You can't stop that. It's a pain, it sucks, it hurts, but that's just how the industry is. You know, people like what they like, and you can only promote it so much. Mondo tried their best. They really did. They bent over backwards to try to help Bedfellows grow, and it just wasn't growing. It's just not. Bedfellows is too. It's on the down low. It's not mainstream friendly enough.
So underground. It's with the mole people.
Yeah. So it's not. It's just not mainstream friendly, and that's fine. Whatever. It's probably best that the Bedfellows didn't become mainstream, because then it would have started. Because then, like, Fatigue would have started, like, you know, having pronouns and shit.
My pronouns are fuck you.
Every time I see the Bedfellows, I love it. Thank you guys. Yay.
Yeah, thank you for jerking me
Is
off.
Cat Ghost inspired by Petscop?
Honestly enough, I actually made I mean, this is gonna sound really shitty, but I made Cat Ghost before Petscop even started. I was making Cat Ghost before Petscop. Now, to be honest with you, we had the idea to do Cat Ghost for a long time. We just didn't move forward with it, and then I stumbled across I actually stumbled across Petscop, and I loved it. I'm in love with that series, but I didn't know anything about it during the whole Cat Ghost thing.
I don't mean to do the click-clacks. I'm trying to answer questions. I'm sorry. Why not just do script writing and do some sitcom? Because The Bedfellows is basically an animated sitcom. Because it's still time-consuming, still need money. If you have to pay voice actors. Like, they're not cheap.
You guys have to understand that this stuff is really expensive. Animation, I mean, I would say that The Bedfellows probably costs about 70. I was gonna say as per second, but so back in the day when I was working on it in 2015, really hard, the Bedfellows cost probably about $800 an episode to make, and that is being very conservative, and that's like cutting corners in every venue you possibly can. It's just. And that's not even charging for my time. Like that's just me making it, and then paying everybody to help make it. Again, the Bedfellows was never made in a way that was meant to be affordable. It was never made in a way that was like, we can knock this out and get it done. Just a 2-man team. It was. I saw the show, I loved it, and I wanted it to be the best it possibly could be. And unfortunately, the best it possibly could be is super expensive. Why do you think that, like, a lot of these animation channels take, like, 3 months between each animation? Like, except for, like, the really memey ones that are short. But yeah, like, it's animation's expensive. It's a really tough business to make money at, because you have to either, like, there's no moderate success with animation. There are super big successes and there are failures. There's no in between. And a lot of times, it doesn't even matter if the animation is good. It just has to be a good story. It has to be funny and relatable, and it has to be entertaining. That's it. You can make that with stick figures moving around on the screen. You don't have to have beautiful animation. So my problem was, back in the day, I was so in love with animation that I just wanted the animation to be so perfect and beautiful that I would just nitpick every little detail about it, and I didn't think about the fact that it had to get done. And that was a mistake on my part, and if I would have managed it better, it would be way more successful. Or maybe it wouldn't. I don't know. I don't freaking know. I'm doing the best I can.
You have to dedicate yourself 100% to the craft. You can't have a full-time job and do full-time animation. It's not possible. Not if you want good quality stuff. But we wanted the best quality for our characters because we love them. They're a part of us, and we wanted to give them the best that we could. And so we always try to figure out what the best balance would be was. So.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time to do any type of project, especially if
a lot of people assume it'll only take you half an hour to do an episode. Come on, you can do it. But there's editing, there's animation, there's voice acting, there's
storyboarding.
People, it's recording, it's the retakes, the editing of the recordings of the retakes. It's a full-time job.
It literally is. It takes all of your time. All of your time is dedicated to just doing
all
this.
Of your money, because you're paying.
Yeah.
Animators, you're paying the rent, you're paying your own time, you're paying the people that are helping you, and then YouTube is like, sorry, we can't help you here. I mean, yeah.
Like, I started the Bedfellows before, like, Patreon existed, and it was like, it was just crazy that to see, it's crazy now today to see how many of these creators are making, like, really good money doing what they do. But even in animation, like, animation time will eat up a lot of your costs. So even then, like, animators on Patreon are still not making a ton of money, because it's just time consuming, and it's expensive, and it's an industry I do not recommend anyone getting into unless you want to go work for Family Guy or fucking Simpsons or one of these fucking dead meme fucking channels, like, that's the only way you'll make money is by doing something super fucking pandering and super fucking like dead. Like something that's only successful because of the IP name, not because it's innovative or new or creative. It's just something that's that's well known and all the kiddos love.
Bedfellows was perfect. I can't even imagine how many hours were put into each episode, but it will always be one of my favorite animations.
You're absolutely right. It is perfect.
Somebody said sellouts.
That's me. I'm a sellout.
Yeah, we're totally sellouts.
I'm down.
By shutting the entire thing down.
Sheen, now you have to have yourself.
Jesus Christ, stop!
I'm sorry I can't hear you over all the sneezing.
Sorry.
You have to put yourself in a bathtub full of those Sheen and
Yeah.
plushes now.
I gotta do that.
And then make it as your Twitter main.
Who's fucking crying over the end of Bedfellows?
Oh god, I'm
really?
crying. I just caught this. Don't cry for this. There's so many better things to cry over.
Don't cry.
This is shit. Don't cry over shit. Stop sneezing in my ear. Stop being so close to my mouth. How about that? How about that, Justin? How about that?
Get out of my mouth.
How about that? Somebody said something about Patreon again. I think if you guys put up a Patreon saying you'll start it,
No.
if we can get to a certain goal of money, I'd bet you'd hit its mark.
No.
It's not. It doesn't work that way.
I'm not doing Bedfellows anymore, guys. I'm sorry.
He's just done with
it. Listen, I love all of you, and I'm so glad that you guys took the time to fucking waste on this series. I can't believe that this came as far as it did, and it was awesome, and it was a fun ride. But I grew up. It's time to move on to new things. It's time to, dude. How many YouTube channels out there are fucking getting abandoned? There's a ton of channels I love that are disappearing. Like the people are not producing anymore because they're also wanting to do new things and growing up too, and this stuff happens. So. Bye.
Why does life take everything good from us? To be honest, the comics on E621 were better than the animations anyway. Good job, James. You did it. You did it. To be honest, you guys...
I don't know if I agree with that.
To be honest, you guys should come together for a last time and create a last big boom. No,
I'm too lazy.
Sorry. For the last time, there is no finale. There is no goodbye episode. Dead. There is no last episode. It is dunzos.
But hey,
it's not coming back.
I'm the creator of a popular porn furry series. Ask me anything.
How profitable... damn it. How profitable was the Bedfellows Frenzy game, and did it not help much?
No, it was not profitable. Next
owe
question.
People money that we don't even know who they are.
He's just breaking even, and it still doesn't help.
The mafia
I'm
is
not even
going to
lie. Do the voices one last time. For the last time, we're not the voice actors for the characters. I'm sorry. They're talking about Sheen and Fatigue, I'm sure. And we're not the voices for that. That is Sean Chiplock.
Stop being rude.
I'm not being rude. I'm answering the questions.
Chat will eat you alive.
They will. Because they're vores. Where will you let us know when you're going to start selling the remaining merch? It'll probably be on the Twitter.
I'll throw it up on the channel.
Yeah, it'll be on Twitter and probably the channel, just to let you guys know. There comes a time in a young man's life where he has to leave the furry community. Yeah. That's you!
All grown up. Big old babu.
Oh, man. All the episodes are still going to be here. Yes. The channel will be left up.
I think we're repeating ourselves. Are we I guess let's open it up to like a few more questions and then let's wrap this up because I think we are overstaying our welcome.
All right, so we're going to do last bit of Q&A. If you've got
my Twitter
questions.
Someone asked my Twitter it's at the Bedfellows.
Yeah.
And
I will put it.
At Fatigue Elope.
Oh yeah, at Fatigue Elope. That one's a better one because I don't post it that much.
I post animations when I can, just very short little cute things, and then drawings.
Have I ever thought about making?
There's all 3 Twitters.
You know what? I don't know if I have the time to. Okay, so this is the question: have you ever thought about making more long form content and kickstart?
A 10-minute short rather than 1 minute.
I thought about it. I don't know if I have the time to do something that intensive. Next question. I appreciate... Whoa, slow down.
Well, I do appreciate all the hard work you guys did in Bedfellows and respecting wanting to move on. Thanks for the stream.
Yep, bye.
How is Sean? Sean is good. Seriously, what the F is vor? Am I the only one here that's not a furry? You don't want to know that. Just live the rest of your life being happy not knowing that.
Just go to
Don't
Google.
open up
Don't do
Google.
it.
Google.
Don't do it.
And search.
Don't unclick save search
No.
and don't push enter.
Don't push enter. Just stare at the word and question your life choices.
Turn off your save search. Go to Google and search Tub Girl.
Don't do that either. Who's Gary's voice?
Oh, that's Sean Chiplock.
That's still
as
Sean
well.
Chiplock, yeah.
He
Did a lot of voices. He's
Really
very
bad.
talented.
Extremely talented dude.
Give them your
His Twitter, I will do
I
that.
don't know his Twitter.
I know it, but I'm
Sonic
just gonna
Mega.
make. I know it's Sonic Mega,
Okay,
but I
let
just
me-
want to make
while
sure.
you're doing that, I'm going to look through some of these questions.
Sure.
Hey, one more time, if I can ask, what's going to happen to Shooting Bull? Shooting Bull got blacklisted, and all the channels got everything got demonetized and pulled from promotion. So I just
hanging
pulled.
out with the likes of Fallout 76.
Yeah,
Pretty
pretty much.
much.
It's nuclear wasteland. So unfortunately, I just pulled it because it's not getting any views and it's demonetized.
Here we go. It's
Seriously, Bedfellows, why would I look up Tub
that's
Girl?
what I looked and oh my god, it is worse than that. Yes, we're so sorry. Why buy voice actors when you guys can do it yourselves? Are you serious?
They're not very good.
Because voice actors can only do so many ranges, and sometimes you kind of need characters to sound differently.
I have 2 voices, and that's this one and Gideon.
I have maybe 5.
What happened to Andrew WK's persona? I don't know. So Andrew WK made someone made a furry character for Andrew WK, and he was a fan of. I think he was a brony at the time, so he was like, "Yeah, I'm totally down with doing furry things." So he was interested in being a part of the show, but I don't think I think he's also moved on from everything.
Yeah.
So I think Andrew WK is now doing he's doing motivational speeches at colleges and stuff. So
I remember seeing that.
So that's pretty cool.
I thought it was over years ago, but the final goodbye stream is nice. All the good episodes are there. Good stuff. Thanks for the laughs.
You're welcome. $50, please.
Having a microphone makes you a voice actor as much as having a camera phone makes you a photographer.
Hold on. I'm gonna read this.
Anyone can do it. It takes actual skill.
Bronies
Yes.
are bad. Furries are still worse.
I mean, we're all
Whatever.
degenerates.
Yeah.
Humans are degenerates in general.
I think once we all just accept that we're degenerate in our own way, we can all just sort of get along a little bit better.
Yeah, there was another one.
Hope 2012.
I was trying to see that one. My friends and I are referencing your videos all the time and laughing hard. Good.
I'm glad.
You're a person of taste. There was an episode they both were on the spur bike. Yep. Favorite episode to make. Favorite episode of the Bedfellows.
Probably Yellow.
Yellow was pretty fun.
I felt like I came a little late on the coattails of that meme, but I think that the point I was trying to make about that episode was really great, and I enjoyed I think it's not so much about the episode being made that I enjoyed, but the reactions to it where people were just like losing their mind over the meminess of it all. But hey, the one that I hated was dislike, because god damn it, all you people do is just fucking dislike. Shut up.
It was everywhere. I'm like, all right, guys, chill. Dislike. All right, cool.
And here comes chat with
I think mine
dislike.
would be
Yeah, some people will be like, hey, I just want to tell you dislike. I'm like, you're funny. You're so funny.
Any ideas that never saw the light of day? Yes.
Tons.
Shit tons.
Absolute tons.
So I'm gonna tell a little story about one of the best episodes that I had, the ideas I had, but
Is it what I'm thinking?
I'm sure it is.
Is it my favorite?
So we were gonna do an episode where Fatigue gets a sexual reassignment surgery, and at the end you wouldn't be able to tell whether or not Fatigue changed into a boy or a girl.
It was going to be great.
And it was going to be like one of those heartfelt, touchy moments of music playing and Sheen worrying about Fatigue and pacing in the medical room.
Yeah, in the medical room.
And Fatigue just comes out with an X across his crotch, and he's just like, "Hey, I'm back, yay!"
And she would look so fabulous, but no one would ever know. Thanks for doing the Bedfellows. I'm going to miss the series, and I'm sad it's going to be there anymore. But I can always come back to see it. Very true. There was another one that I really wanted us to do, which was the beta zombies.
Oh, yeah.
That was my favorite episode that never got made.
So back in the days when the whole beta joke was relatively fresh and not overdone, we were going to do an episode where people were catching this virus that was turning them into zombies, but instead of going after brains, they were just going after vaginas, so they were beta zombies. and they were just like walking around with flowers and
trying to
and
like come at
chocolates,
girls and stuff.
trying to like date me.
And all of the females would have to like combat them by saying, "We're just friends. I only like you as a brother. I don't like flowers." So it was good. Is Kakos gonna keep going?
Yes.
Yes. Every series I like ends the moment I find it. 'Tis the circle of life. Can you call Fatigue a hamburger? Hey, Fatigue! You're a hamburger. There you go.
I'm a hamburger.
You're a hamburger now. You're an attack helicopter that delivers hamburgers.
Yum.
Sounds good.
Will Rampage still be supported? Have you any other plans for further animations or series? Kakos, pretty much right now.
Go search Cat Ghost.
Yeah,
If you
go
don't
search
like
Cat
it-
Ghost.
If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can.
Cat Yay,
people.
no more Epic Gaming music. No Epic Gaming music for you. Ever. Ever. What happened to the Sperm Bank episode? It's around. Favorite line from the Bedfellows. You don't know what he needs. We scream that a lot. Can you at least before leave say the gender of Fatigue? No. I remember Fatigue and Sheen took drugs to avoid being bored in the zombie apocalypse. I don't think that was you. That definitely wasn't you.
No, I don't think so. I don't remember that.
Sheen mentioned Fatigue pisses standing up. That was revealed to be a bottle, but we know that he doesn't. What was your biggest goal in the Bedfellows? What was your goal for the Bedfellows?
So my goal
To get
was
Fatigue pregnant.
Oops.
my biggest goal was to get the show syndicated, but now that I think about it, I'm glad that didn't happen, because then it would have been like, Lois. Oh, Peter. Oh my God, Lois. Oh my God.
There you go.
Next question.
Sorry. Would you like to collaborate with Exit Mouse or any other community musicians? All your projects are wild.
We already are.
We always collaborate with Exit Mouse. Exit Mouse, before it became Exit Mouse, did music for the Bedfellows already and did all of the music for Frenzy. All of the tracks in Frenzy are made by Exit Mouse. They've been with us since the beginning. You ever do a Bedfellows voice at an inappropriate time? Yes. All the time. Same with Geckos.
Okay.
Okay.
That's nice. That's good.
What was the voice that's enough cigarettes for you?
Huh?
Do you know what that enough cigarettes for you?
What?
I don't know what line that is. I'm sorry. Do you have
don't
anything
remember that.
planned for the future? Just Geckos for right now. If you could go back to yourself when you first started the Bedfellows, what 3 pieces of advice would you give yourself?
Oh, man.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Go out and buy a rope. I would I don't know about 3 pieces of advice, but I would absolutely keep your characters simplistic, because the more joints and the more shit that you add that has to be moved, the more complicated it gets. And to be honest with you, if you want to tell a story, you can tell a story with a paper clip and a rubber band. You just have to make them lovable in some way. Keep it cost effective, keep the story simple, and try to, I already tried to do this, but try to like make a point about something, try to say something about whatever it is you're, like, try to make some kind of commentary, even if it's like...
Social commentary is always very important.
Even if it's like anti-commentary, make it commentary.
Personally, I would have preferred an indefinite hiatus status than just pulling the plug, but there leaves that loose end to deal with.
Nope, it's gone.
I'm really
here
sorry.
to ruin your
Hey,
day.
Black! How are you doing, Black?
Alright, calm down.
It's alright. This series was great. I'm gonna miss it. Do you think it would be as popular had you released it now instead of back then?
I think it would be less popular now than I did back then. I've noticed that people are... So one thing I've noticed is when you create something, people's expectations change, and people's, like, what people deal with. So what people find funny are things that they've dealt with in the past, but then that generation passes on, and then the next generation has their own set of shit they're dealing with, and they won't relate to the commentary that you're currently making. So when I first started Bedfellows, I think it was very successful because of the commentary it was making about sexual partners and situations, and now, like, the new generation isn't too worried about that, and so it's not as relevant anymore. That's just how it goes. Anything else? Are we done? It's dying. It's dying.
Didn't you pull the plug before recently? What's the
I didn't
difference
pull-
this time? No offense intended. Just curious on what's different.
Did we pull the plug?
Yes. Remember when you made a video about the future of the Bedfellows? You said you were going to try some new things, and then you pulled that video down and told everybody you were canceling the show.
So, first of all, I don't like my image being out there because I'm a little bit of what is it? Conspiracy theorist or whatever. It's just something I don't want. But I felt like I needed to say something, and I was going to try to do other things. But I still didn't actually commit to ending the Bedfellows. I wanted to try and make something work. And I just know I'm just not going to come back to it. Sorry.
We tried with bits.
I did the best I could.
I really did try. And unfortunately,
Bye, guys.
There's just no way to do it. So
Look, I tried changing the style like multiple times. I tried making it work. It's just not something.
Derby
that's
says,
not
then
meant
make it work.
to- make it.
Ooh,
Stop giving me excuses and fucking do it.
If only life worked that way, damn.
Look, nobody don't fucking. Okay, here's another piece of advice. If you're starting a show, don't make it about furries.
Just don't do it.
That's a big mistake.
It will literally just suck immediately. Nobody will like it. Will Frenzy still be supported and updated?
I'll continue it and make it worse. I'm down for that. Look, I'm not in love with the
We
IP.
still have a whole bunch of like vehicles and elements we can use.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Frenzy to get a Redux version made.
No, you're not.
I am. Excuse me. Thank you. I'm like the only one that's trying to keep this damn series afloat.
No.
Hey, do we still own the rights to it? That we can still do that because I know you sold a bunch of keys to Green Man or something.
What?
Like,
We can do whatever
can
we want.
leave-
Yeah,
Okay,
we can still
okay,
change
still
things.
ours.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's still
fine.
ours. What advice would you give someone trying to make animations and pursuing animation as a career?
Keep it simple.
Don't.
Keep it simple. Do it for fun and have a backup plan. That's it.
Don't expect to get rich over it.
Yeah, you will not get rich over it. Would you be against others making fan stuff?
No.
Do it and show us it. We want to see it.
Go make fucking all sorts of make the
Do
most.
everything.
There was a comic that somebody made where Fatigue was having sex with a bottle and it broke, and it made me laugh so hard. I love the more fucked up it is, the funnier it is to me. That's what I love.
Oh, he was doing a pose for a commission that she was doing, and then that pose ended up breaking it.
That shit makes me laugh. I love when people do that stuff.
Fender gender. What was your thought process on making the 12 Days of Christmas episode?
I'm sorry, that wasn't what it was called, and I'm going to need it fully typed out with quotation marks.
The
what days of Christmas?
They said 12 days, but I don't remember there being a 12 days.
What?
That's not true. Looney Tunes succeeded. Oh boy.
That was a long time ago, though. That was a different time.
Last thing, I'm gonna ask any advice for aspiring voice actors. I promise.
Do it for fun.
Do it for fun. Do it for fun, and if things come from it, enjoy it while it's coming. Be open to new projects. Try and go out of your comfort zone.
Don't turn stuff down.
Don't turn stuff down. Try and have fun with it. Go out of your comfort zone. Try different things. Just know that it's going to take a long time before you reach a point that you're happy with. And even when you reach it, you still might not be happy with it.
So I want to say, someone said something that I actually want to comment on. Someone said, the Bedfellows helped me figure out some sexual jokes that I never understood in the past. One thing I actually feel like I owe an apology for was the Bedfellows kind of went a direction that I'm not happy with. It became too much about shock humor, and I wanted it to be like, when I first started the series, I wanted it to be about like basically two dudes who had sex for fun and who cared. Like, that was kind of the whole point of it. Was like, that was different. That was a different time where, like, you know, being gay was a little bit more risque, but I wanted it to be like more about just two guys having fun. That's like just two good friends. And it turned into too much about shock humor, it turned too much about violence, and I wish that I would have made it like the way I originally planned. Like, I feel like I went down, people started telling me, "Oh, I love this show. It reminds me of Family Guy." And I was like, "Oh,
That's not great.
that's not a good sign."
Sure, girls are hot.
So, yeah, that's just that's something I kind of regret.
Realized that we were getting it kind of gaggy, which is what we were trying to avoid. It was just supposed to be slice of life and what they go through, and that was it. But then we realized, like, yeah, we're getting a bit corny here. We're falling into the traps that we promised we would never get into.
Right, yeah.
What was the thought process on the 12 Rapes of Christmas? Oh, look, somebody was
Hey.
brave enough to say it.
I just wanted to shock people, really.
That's pretty much what
That's
it was.
really all the whole thing is about shocking people. I wanted to try and get banned from YouTube.
Is Bedfellows the best anime of the year?
Yes.
Yes.
Corey in the House is, I'm afraid.
Excuse me? I will fight you. Do you guys have a link to the Fatigue comic you were talking about? Oh, Fatigue comic.
If you search FA for Bedfellows, you'll find it.
Yeah, you'll find everything for Bedfellows on there. Two bros chilling in a hot tub 5 feet apart because they're not gay. Does Fatigue have a Cockney
They're really
accent?
close.
Does Fatigue have a Cockney accent or Irish accent or a mix of both?
I don't know. Fatigue.
Fatigue is fatigue.
What's your accent, Fatigue?
Like your real accent.
My real accent is South African.
And it was supposed to be based off that, but it came off more of like a mixture
But
of...
she
British.
gave it a bit more of a British tone to it, so it's kind of British.
Sean.
Yeah, Sean definitely gave it a more British tone. But originally, probably it was supposed to be South African.
It's same thing.
Yeah. Can we make dubs of Bedfellows?
He did our characters such good justice
He did.
every time.
Sean did a really good
I was never
job.
disappointed with what he had to say.
How did you guys think of the idea of Fatigue's gender being unknown?
So it started out as just a one-time thing. I didn't expect the whole gender thing to go on forever, but people got so fucking angry, and it made me laugh so hard how fucking mad people got that I had to keep it going. I couldn't walk away from a meme that good, gentlemen.
It's true.
It's
Can we
too
make
tasty.
dubs of Bedfellows in other languages?
Yes.
Yes. Unrelated question.
Spanish and Russian
Don't
versions of
ask.
it.
Just go do it. Like,
Yeah, just
stop
do it,
worrying
man.
about
Have-
Wait
have
till
fun.
YouTube
Just do whatever
bans
want
you.
and
Don't
show it
ask
to
us.
Do
They
you want
even had
avocado
the
in
YouTube poops of the Bedfellows, which I
Yeah.
loved as well.
Are you doing anything besides animation?
I mean, we work full-time jobs.
We sure do.
What else? I think we're about done, aren't we?
Yeah. I mean, anybody else
These are
doing
just
any of the
repeat
projects?
questions.
Yeah.
We're kind of going around in circles at this point.
I apologize.
Look.
I'm just trying to be nice and
Look,
answer
guys.
everybody's questions.
Wait, what?
I
I
said
have a question. Did y'all drink your water today?
Yes.
No, I didn't drink water, but I did drink a couple of beers earlier.
I had a lemonade. So what's the relationship in real life?
Really good friends.
Besties, frenzies.
Besties. For
Besties,
life.
frenzies.
Besties.
How old are you guys? Why the hell
Snapchat.
do you want to know that? Why do you want to know how old we are? What does that do for you?
I'm 65.
Are you trying to fap off of us?
I'm 65.
Get out of here with that.
69.
Can I buy the YouTube channel? How much you got?
How much money?
How much money you got? Have you thought about doing streams on Twitch?
Nah, I'm not a big
You guys can
streamer.
buy the channel. You guys can buy a copy of the game, you cheapskates.
Yeah, just buy the game. Best way. No, Chris, like I said, Chris got stage fright, so he's not really good with the
No,
streaming
I'm
things.
just not a big fan of streaming.
And if he plays video games, he's mostly quiet unless he's getting upset about something. So.
Oh, if y'all love
Which
watching
is
someone,
always.
if y'all love watching rage videos, you'd love watching him play. Some.
It's true. Just
Yeah.
watch him play any game. He'll be like, "What the hell? Why is
I swear.
nobody? Where are my teammates?"
I'm like fucking Wings of Redemption.
Yeah, pretty
angry.
much.
We
Just
play this game called 7 Days to
Molotovs.
Die, and it causes Sheen such rage.
Oh
in
my-
his
it does.
eyes.
It does.
It is amazing.
It's hilarious, and then he threatens to kill the wildlife over it.
I do. I
I'm
kill
gonna
the wildlife.
kill that deer.
Take my anger out on it.
I stream I stream video games on Twitch. It's an inconsistent schedule, but I do it. Let's see.
Oh, I want to read that rude one.
Which one?
That one right there.
If I'm gonna be honest, you're not gonna go anywhere with Cat Ghost. If you were gonna make it big, you're gonna do it off of Bedfellows, so why not milk the brand with merch and shit?
Because not everything about success in life is about making money. Even though all I talk about is making money.
It's more
Was
of just
that-
trying
was
to
that question by Jim Davis?
No, I don't. I'm not sure. Kurt's trying to knock us
I'm-
down, I guess.
I'm sorry, Jim. I can't hear you over all the plushies in the bathtub.
If I'm gonna be honest. Yeah?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah?
It may not. Look, hey, everything I may die and nobody will remember who I am, and I'm okay with that.
That's totally fine.
I've come to that that expectation, and I welcome it.
Sheen, you are going to be the guy that does Kill Dozu too. We all know that.
Have you thought about accepting commissions on FA?
No, God.
No commissions.
I'm not a slut.
What? Excuse me?
I'm not drawing porn for money. I'm not a prostitute.
Lies and slander.
Hey, I am not shy to money. I may or may not.
Fatigue's like, I'll do it.
I think Fatigue's.
I ain't shy of money.
I ain't shy.
Right.
Go ahead.
I need money.
How was it like working with Andrew WK for an episode?
He's a nice guy. He's a sweetheart.
He speaks kind of weird though. You said.
Yeah. He's got that permanent. He's a really sweet guy, but he has like the what is it? The News at 10 voice all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Hello and welcome. It's really great to speak to you today. I'm like, hi.
I think we also only got, for that episode he was on, I think we only got one take from him. That we couldn't get any more takes
Yeah,
from him.
he's a tough man to get a hold of, too.
Well, I mean, anybody is a slut with enough money.
That's
true. Will you
Like,
do any more Bedfellows art? I guess once in a blue moon we
I mean,
feel
I'll
like
say
it.
it.
I do Bedfellows.
Yeah, Fatigue does it all the time.
He does
I
great
told
stuff.
Sheen that he needs to keep his Twitter alive, draw some kind of something that's at least cynical in some way. So
Yes, Lieutenant Kabetsu, if you support Kakos, you will be supporting the same team that did Bedfellows, yes.
Yeah.
What is your favorite dance on Fortnite? I like the one where I hang myself. What is your favorite? The furries ruin everything.
Yep.
Yeah. What a great way to end my winter break. Rest in peace, Bedfellows.
Bye.
We try our best.
Great stream, guys. I love the part where everyone told me to kill myself.
Yeah, that was great.
just want to say thank you again so much for helping support us through this time. So you guys really are the best.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
You guys have been amazing. Can I donate money to Cat
And
Ghost?
we encourage all kinds of debauchery of our characters. Go.
Yeah, go to town.
The
We don't even
worse-
care.
The worse it is, the funnier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, can I donate money to Cat Ghost? We don't really have anything anywhere for people to do that.
Soon you will be able to buy merchandise. That's all I'm
For
gonna
Cat
say.
Ghost, yeah, for sure. Love the part where you guys tell Fatigue's gender said no one ever. Just make one more episode and stream it on Twitch. No.
That's how it goes. You just say make one more episode.
Then
we
it's
make
one
it.
more.
Oh,
Then it's one more.
episode.
Then it's one
Come
more.
on.
Then it's one more. Nobody needs to off themselves. Time will do that for us. So very true. That's a wise person right there.
Hey, I'm an efficient person.
Can we get a goat board game like the episode from Gary? Oh, that Goatsy
Goatsy.
board game?
Yeah.
I don't know. Make that into a t-shirt, maybe.
Isn't that copyrighted?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it? Did you take that from somewhere?
Yeah, Goatsy. Everybody
You
look that
did?
up on Google, by the way. Goatsy.
Oh, no.
Goatse.
No, you're supposed to say don't look it up. But
Oh.
don't type.
Yeah,
Goatsy
don't.
on.
You don't want to
turn
see
off
what it
safe zones,
is.
and
It's
don't
not
do
interesting.
enter.
It's just boring. It's just boring videos about crappy YouTube channels.
Well, to be honest, what do you expect from your fan base if you guys drop the bomb and end something they like, literally? Not really, as I said, no end, no boom, nothing. That's just a bit sad.
Sorry.
It's life.
I mean, we could have just disappeared. And
That's
then,
true. I'm the one that made him do this stream in the first place.
Yeah, so blame her.
I did. And you know what? I take
I
full
didn't wanna do it.
responsibility for it. He didn't want to tell nobody nothing. He just wanted to vanish into thin air.
what I do.
But I felt like you
Being a
guys
big-
deserved to
being a big old
fig to...
baby early. Like,
Yeah. He was like, I'm too nervous to do this. I don't want to talk to them. But you know what? I felt like you guys deserved the truth, to actually get closure on what was happening, to get to know what was going on and know of the projects that he was actually working on. I'm really, really sorry that he disappeared. I'm really, really sorry that he
Look,
disappeared.
you don't
Trust
have to
me.
apologize on my behalf.
I've told him about it. I'm like, you can't keep disappearing on him. You gotta tell him something, and that's why we're doing this.
Yeah.
To tell you guys everything that is going on.
Bye.
I may have come on the team later, but I'm just saying, at least I felt like you guys deserved that. I looked up Goatsy and was redirected to this channel. Well, good to know. I like the ending. Are you still gonna upload to this channel? No.
No.
Thanks, Bedfellows crew. Can I do fan art and
Yes.
give it to Bedfellows?
Draw
Yes.
more. Okay, we're going in circles.
I know,
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Yes, do more. Okay. we're
Post
ending.
Bedfellows art as much as you can. Go
Make
wild.
it
Yeah.
make it as horrible as possible.
If you do
Goodbye.
fan art of any of the series, just do it. Send it to us. We love it.
Goodbye.
The
I'm still.
sexier and more debauchery.
Will
the
you?
better.
Will
Yes.
You, okay. Will you shut up and let me finish?
Don't you tell him
Will you let
anything.
me talk? Just let me talk.
No.
So, I think we're getting to a point now where we're repeating ourselves. Thank you guys for supporting us for when you did. I can't believe this came this far. I will still keep my Twitter, and I will not be deleting videos from this channel. But more than likely, I will only be posting like any kind of updates for like what I'm doing or whatever I got going on, if even then. So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us and chatting. Press G to gas. I don't know what this F is.
Stop. That F is for respects.
No, we
F
got
is for fatigue.
We got
F is for fatigue respects.
Press G to smoke gas.
No, stop. Something might
guys.
happen. All right, thanks guys so
Bye.
much. We love you.
Bye. Thanks
If you
again.
guys got any more questions, just send it to our Twitters or something. I already posted them several times. Everybody be a good community person and
Yes,
send it to your
post
friend.
your art there too. Post art.
Yes, post the art there. Send us
Art,
stuff. We
memes,
love that.
Videos, YouTube poops, anything you can think of, just send it.
Yep. Thank
at
you
all
for
these
making
guys.
thank you for making them do this, lady. This closure is not great, but having an explanation is better than nothing. That's what I said.
Right.
But you're welcome.
There you
I'm
go.
really, really sorry I had to be like this,
All
but
right,
we
I
love
don't
you guys.
like long goodbyes, so bye.
Go to Catgos, guys. We
Goodbye.
love you.
Cat goes. Search
Bye.
cat goes.
You
Bye.
can't do that. You have to hit the stop
Okay.
recording.
All right,
You
bye.